This is Parashat Emor. Parashat Emor is very interesting. The name of the parasha is Emor saying, and God talks about the Kohanim, and the Kohanim are teaching Torah, Hebrew, the Christos Frat Omer in the parasha. And the last thing in the parasha, we have an incident that the Avera was done with talking, and somebody he cursed the name of Hashem Chas v'Shalom. And then they find out what's the punishment for that. It has to be stoned. Now, when Torah starts talking about the one that has he did such a great avera, such a great sin in Kahal Israel happens to a person. Torah says, "Vayetze ben ish Yisrael, do ben ish Mitzri, b'toch ben Israel." Vayetze. Torah starts with Vayetze. He went out. He was the son of Ish Israeli. He was the son of a Jewish lady, and the father was a Mitzri. And the Jewish lady was from Shevet Dan. He went out and he cursed HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he was stoned. Now, Torah tells us that he went out. What does went out? Went out from what? Rashi explains to us that since his mother was from Shevet Dan, all of the Gharizot had camped. Everybody had a camp, a special place, position, every Shevet and every number of Gharizot. Now, he went and he made his camp among Shevet Dan, his mother. But Shevet Dan says, no, you can't come with us because it goes by the father, it doesn't go by the mother. And your father is not from Dan. Then they went to the Beit Din of Moshe Rabbeinu, and Moshe Rabbeinu Paskin said verdict for him that you are not allowed to camp with Shevet Dan. Now that's a special place for you. Once he came out of the Beit Din, he went and he did such a triple avera, sort of sin. Now what's the point? What Torah is teaching us? Now we came out from the Beit Din Paskin for him. No. And it's very interesting the way that the kilala is, the curse is, he has to say, what Apostle says that he's Mekale Shem with Shem. In other words, he says, Yossi, Yake Yossi. In other words, the one, Yossi, Yoshua Kivalke, made the word should, Yake, should disturb, should attack the Yossi. In other words, what does it mean? The one who is responsible for the creation should hit the one who created. In other words, he was so fed up, frustrated, that they wanted the world to collapse. Now, Chachamim tell us, why? What happened to this person? And what do we learn from it for a daily basis of life? Chachamim tell us what made him so frustrated that he made such a curse. Yossi, Yake Yossi. He's fed up with the creation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nothing in this world could make him to be stable, to want to live. Nothing worth it. We have sky, we have stars, we have such an extension. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created such a beautiful world. There are a lot of things in the world. But for him, nothing has any worth. Why? What happened to this person? All of the Bria, all of the creation worth nothing for you. Why? Because he lost his position. He doesn't have a special chair. He doesn't have a special makom place. When he thought that he's part of the Shevet Dan, he thought secure. He thought that he has security. He felt secure. But once they passed in that you don't have the place there, he felt lost. He felt there is no makom for me. There is no chair for me. There is no place that I have a position for myself. Somebody psychologically thinks that he doesn't have place, he doesn't have makom, he doesn't have anything, nothing works for him. Nothing. He wants the world to collapse. And that teaches us very important lesson in life. We have to recognize as the parents that every child has his own makom, every child has his own place. A husband has to make the place for the wife at home as a queen. And the wife has to make the chair for the husband as a king of the home. And the parents together, they have to give every child a special chair. He has to know his chashuv is important here. Not that all of the focus should be on one child and the other children would not be no attention to them. And there are a lot of times in the families that one of the children is very smart or talented, or most of them are, one is not. That happens a lot. And that is the wisdom of parenting. The wisdom of parenting is to understand and to realize each person has his own chashivut, each person has his own importance, and to bring out that importance in. And as a member of the community also. Community is a big family. Every community has to have a place. That's why Talmidei Rebbe Akiva, they don't know how to kabul say. What does kabul mean? They didn't give. What does kabul mean? It's recognition. They didn't recognize each other's room and place to give him that chashivut and importance. And they met with they died with askara, means choking. You choke other people measure by measure. And what I didn't get his neck and press it. Sometimes you don't have to press the neck. You press his existence. You don't recognize him. Recognition. Kabul means recognizing. Now, if somebody comes through, do you pay attention that he came, or just put down your head as if he didn't come? Then you tell him you don't exist. And a lot of times, an act like that, it goes so deep to that person that makes him feel that it's nobody, it's nothing. See, all of my surroundings telling me I'm nobody, I'm nothing. That's why measure by measure, they will choke also. So it's very important community and family. Everybody should have a place. Once there was an older lady recently gave a lecture in Israel, in Yerushalayim, with 300, 400 ladies. And this lady was a Holocaust survivor. And she got up, and she said in front of everybody, when was the joyous moment of her life? She ventured to say that the highest moment and joyous moment of her life was when the Nazis took her away from her mother. And you could imagine the silence all over. What? That's the most tragic way for a person to be taken away from her mother. Says, when they took me away, my mother told the Nazis that, what are you doing? That her name was Leah. Says, Leah is my daughter, she's my life, I love her. If you take her away, you are taking away my life. And this daughter said, I never heard these things from my mother. I had a sister that was much more talented than me. I never got any attention from my parents. All of the attention went to my sister. The only time that I got attention and I heard from my mother that my mother really loves me and likes me was at that time. At that time, it's ironic. They took away my life, but I felt life. I felt I'm beloved. Somebody loves me. Everybody needs to have this room, to have this special chair. And as a member of the family, you have to make sure each child has chashivut. As a member of the community, member of shul, member of wherever that we are, you have to make sure that everybody has a special chair. Giving special chair to a person, you are giving his chiyut and his existence. And if not, if you take away, you take away his life. Not just I took away a chair from him. Torah says somebody who doesn't have a makom and position is fed up from the world, and just the opposite. On the contrary, in positive light. When somebody doesn't have, you provide for him. You make sure that he has. You make sure that there's a simcha in the family. You make sure everybody should be recognized. There's gathering in the family. Somebody works so hard. You make sure to be recognized. When you do these things, you give life to people. You give existence to people. And that's what Hashem wants from us. That's like He gives life. We should give life to people, not to take away life. So Hashem, we should be zoche, be mekayem this davar, chashuv davar, especially in our community, that people don't recognize anything. They are not makir tov. There's no recognition of a tova. People are not loyal. This understanding that to give chair and position of each person and maintaining that is a very important concept in our daily life.